In today's video, is it ever okay to crash diet?
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, we're going to cover, is it ever okay to do a crash diet? The question came from my Instagram direct message listed here. So go follow my Instagram page, send me a direct message. I'll screenshot it and I'll answer it here for you guys. And I appreciate you following along the YouTube and the Instagram. Now let's talk about what is a crash diet. I would consider a crash diet anything that sends our fat loss basically above 1% of our body weight loss per week. So if you're a 200-pound person, 1% would be 2 pounds per week, and so on. So you get the idea that the way I like to approach fat loss is based around what my clientele wants to do. They are performance athletes, they are bodybuilders, they are interested in the physique as a whole. So I'm doing things to kind of optimize lean body mass and the way that they feel on a day-to-day basis. So, is it ever okay to crash diet? Of course. That's not for me to judge. That's not for anybody to judge. That's for you to judge. If you feel like you're going to get the benefit of a crash diet, then increasing your cardio and decreasing your calories is going to be fine, because I'm not the judge. No one's here to judge but you. That's up to you. What I would suggest, however, is that you do some research, because the risks of a crash diet are that post-diet, you're going to put all the body fat back on, plus there's a phenomenon called body fat overshooting, okay, where people will do these crash diets, 500 calories a day, an hour or two of cardio a day, they'll lose 10 pounds in a week, 30 pounds in a month, and they'll look way different and they'll get all these compliments, and then when the diet's over and they're off their 500 calorie diet, they just go back to their old lifestyle, they go back to their old, sedentary, eating whatever they want. And now the 30 pounds that they lost is now 35 or 40 pounds above. So they actually are worse than where they started. That's my issue with crash dieting. Now, I have seen on occasion some success stories with crash dieting, meaning initially the person got into a very aggressive approach with fat loss and they lost 10, 15, 20, 30 pounds. Then they paid attention, okay? And they reversed the process. The only real way to benefit from a crash diet is to educate yourself on what you need to do when the diet's over. You see, going on a 500 calorie diet with 2 hours of cardio, not my suggestion, by the way, if you get the weight off, if you were to gradually reverse that process, meaning you don't go from 500 calories back to 3,000 a day, right? You go from 500 to 550 one week, maybe 600, maybe 700. You go from 2 hours of cardio down to an hour and a half, down to an hour, down to 45 minutes each week, kind of gradually switching things up and allowing the body to kind of keep the body fat off while your metabolic rate kind of restores. This is the kind of approach that I would take. Also, crash diets aren't typically sustainable, not only because they're low calorie, but because they have some crazy moniker behind them, right? Like you're only eating boiled eggs, or you're only eating grapefruit, or you're only eating chicken wings or some random thing, okay? Whatever diet that you're going to do that's going to be successful is going to have to be sustainable. You're going to have to put yourself in a position where, you know what, I can do this every single day. That's why I preach flexible dieting. And for those that are interested, I have a free ebook. If you go to prophysiquefree.com, you send a message, I'll send you a free ebook on just what flexible dieting is. Anyway, it's free. I'm not trying to sell anything to you guys, but that's the approach that I use. Why? Because the word flexible implies that you fit it into your lifestyle. It's sustainable. Yes, 500 calories a day using only fish and asparagus, it's going to get the job done for a while, but how many of us can sustain that for the rest of our lives? None. That's the answer. So what I want from you is just to use some intelligence to, if you're going to impart on a crash diet, understand that the term crash is going to lead to damage unless you educate yourself and come out of the process. Now, you mentioned going on a crash diet to go on a cruise. That sounds to me like a recipe for disaster, because obviously on a cruise, you're going to have the all-inclusive aspect of food and drinks and fun. You're probably going to end up coming back heavier than you left. So just make sure you're paying attention to all the things you need to do and I wish you the best of luck. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.